Listen, everyone, and I mean everyone has a story to tell. All right, let's just put that out first and foremost. Everybody has a story to tell. Everyone has valid experiences in their life, and everyone is worth living for. Most people. I'd rephrase it like this. I'd say everyone has a capacity to do great things in their life. Everyone. Whether you're from the Bronx, whether you're from, West Side Philly, it doesn't matter where you're from. North to south, east to west, any part of the world, everyone has something to offer. Everyone. And no, this ain't no yay debate. I'm not even gonna pull that up. But I just wanted to say that being a young man in today's world, pushing many agendas, like we always like to say, pushing many agendas, there's guys going on multiple dinner dates. And listen, my heart is gonna go out right now to all the dudes that think that they need to be a certain way, act a certain way, and cater to a woman. I'm here to tell you that there are many women in this world, and I'm really gonna go. I'm gonna go in because I don't want you to think that you're nothing because you don't have 5 or 6 girls that you're Snapchatting on Snapchat, 18 other girls that you have on Instagram, and that you're constantly validating, constantly entertaining. I don't want you to feel less of a man just because you don't have girls coming up to you right now. I don't want you to feel less of a man because you want to, cater to what do you want to talk about? What do you want to do, this, that? I don't want you to feel like less of a man for working on. I don't want you to feel less of a man seeing dudes that look worse than you getting from the outside what appears to be some bombshell girls. Listen, I'm gonna expose what's really going on. First and foremost, you're loved by God. And for all those dudes who, for all my dudes and ladies that are on the journey to get back to baseline, what God intended for us, what they like to call self-improvement, which is really just getting back to baseline, getting away from the programming that is caused by the PRON. I'm not even gonna spell it all out, but you know what I'm talking about. A lot of what society has pushed on us is that we're not a man because we don't have women on our phone constantly texting us 24/7. What's a woman on our phone, man? Unless she is a woman worth of value, like what is really a woman on our phone other than our mother to call, other than our mother to, to cater toward? That's the only woman I'm catering toward, is woman that is a woman that has birthed me, and those that are in the body of Christ. And that doesn't make you less of a man. Honestly, it makes you more focused. Because listen, your ideal man that they describe is the one that is promiscuous, the one that is dressed to show their muscles and all that. And I mean, that sounds a lot, I can name off a lot more, but that sounds oddly similar to a woman, their ideal woman. So everything is blurring. It's the identity of one gender. So I mean, that's just that was just a deeper revelation right now. But I just want to say that, listen, I'm living it right now, where I look good, I feel good. I'm so close to reaching my fitness goals, almost hitting, 180 pounds. Once I'm really trying to get 170, but 180, I'm gonna be looking pretty solid. And throughout this whole journey, I've stayed connected to the church. I've been going to the gym, but I'm not gonna let the validation of someone else just talking to me or approaching me be the ultimate factor of where my confidence comes from. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry, not sorry, because this is what the world tries to do. This is what social media, especially, and all these YouTubers like Dennis, whatever the hell, what's his name? Duke Dennis. You got the Kai Cenats of the world. They all try to push, that, oh, I got the bad B, and the girls that they end up getting, I mean, they are so unloyal, bro. Like, you're going for the Ruby Roses of the world, and you really think she's gonna stay loyal to you, bro? She's famous, bro. She got money, and a lot of these women with money, most of the time, they think they're better than you just because they have a body. And honestly, this is the one advantage they have above us physically, is that they're given the what we desire. And I mean, no hate to them. That's how God made them. I love women. I don't care what women are doing, really, but I'm just saying that you cannot compare yourself to apples and oranges. A woman is a woman and a man is a man. Just like the whole gender identity thing, that's a whole different story, but you cannot compare yourself. It's uncomparable. So you have dudes out here who are willing to pay top dollar for an OnlyFans model type of girls that are, when you really get to talk to them, have zero substance. And this is the type of girls that guys are going crazy, that guys have to get therapy over. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I promise you, if you are just being yourself, if you are just here for the ride, if you are just here to enjoy the fruits of your labor and enjoy it to how you want to enjoy it, women will follow. Anyone will follow. That's called being a leader. But a lot of days, men want to be the wrong types of leaders. They want to be the Riz gods. They want to be the Rizzler. They want to be the Rizzler of Oz, like whatever that, I don't know, whatever that is. And I just want to tell you that, man, it's so good. It feels so nice to, even though you can work at Panda Express, you can work at Costco, you can work at the Dollar Tree, it doesn't matter, because you have something that a lot of these influencers don't have, which is the freedom, and which is the deprogramming to actually make your own decisions. A lot of these guys that you see on YouTube are slaves. You really think they made this up by their own? You really think they can get 100,000, just like, what's that J. Cole song, got 3 mil in 6 months, and I can't even say it because it's so preposterous, because this guy really saying in the song, this is a really old song, but got 3 mil in 6 months, never done before, because it can't be done. It can't be done organically unless God's really going to show them blessing. But how often does that happen in the realm of the industry, which is not God's industry, but the enemy's, Satan's industry? How often does that happen? It happens all the time if you are down for the agenda, and the agenda is, don't go after the girls who work at Walmart. Don't go after the nice, pretty girls that work at Panda Express. Man, shoot, the amount of times I've seen some fine females in the Panda Express, come on now. But a lot of these guys want to go for the ones that, are on Instagram. Like, literally, they're going all digital. Our world is going all digital, and they're playing with your emotions, man. So you can't be fooled. Don't be fooled by any type of female saying, oh, you got to do this, you got to be this guy type of guy. Like, if you don't have this, you don't do any material thing, any type of personality trait that you don't have, you don't have. God didn't make you that way. So you should only be focused on the woman that honestly gravitate toward you. You won't have to do much when you're really improving and striving to become the best that you can. And what your parents or whoever, whatever resources they've given you, whoever's giving you the resources to do so as well, it's a return on investment. There's really no time to be fooling around. Even with a good girl, like, they're gonna make the time for you, man. I'm telling you, it's happened to me before. It hasn't been, the woman haven't been my cup of tea, honestly, but I've experienced it before with one or two where I don't have to do much. They kind of gravitate toward me. They want to be around me. So if your girl ain't acting like your dog, and I'm not trying to compare women to dogs, but I'm just saying they have a similar trait where, you know, they're always excited to be around you. If it ain't like that, then what are you doing? And like I said, again, women, I'm not comparing them to dogs. I'm just comparing the trait. I'm just comparing the trait. And honestly, I just want to say, I mean, this is real life going down right now. Wow, like, you do not want to be the guy where you're dropping off your son to your baby mother at a Walmart at, what time is it right now? At almost 8 o'clock. You do not want to be living that life. And a lot of you guys are really thinking that, dude, this intercourse is overrated. Intercourse is overrated. It's not the end all be all, man. I could live, I'm a testimony, man. Like, I mean, I'm still working, but I got there's some at work, bro, that I just had to say, you know what? I got to stop it, man. I really got to stop it. Like, I really just got to stop. I can't give into it, bro. Because a lot of it, if you really take, this is going to be the end all be all. If you take intercourse out of the picture, what do you have left? Do you have a woman with substance left? What do you, like, ask yourself that one question. Anytime you are doubting yourself, anytime that you don't have any confidence, anytime that you feel like you're not enough because you can't afford the Birkin bag for that one girl that you really like, that is probably asking all these other dudes, and probably has a GoFundMe, has her own, basically her own GoFundMe, asking all other dudes to help pitch in for a Birkin bag that you don't even know about. Ask yourself this one question. If without intercourse, what would this be? What are we really? And honestly, that's what gets a lot of guys riled up and twisted up. Even if they go out of love, out of the way to find some love, like, if they ain't like you, they don't like you, man. There's only God can change people. You can encourage people. You can tell that girl, hey, listen, I really want to take it out on this time, you know, let me know. And, you know, three I mean, I have to be honest, man. This happened to me 3 times. I really just said, like, let's meet up this time. No, okay, no, I'm gonna be gone. Okay, let's meet up this time. No, I'm gonna be gone. That's like literally within 3 consecutive weeks. And I was dumb enough, I was blind enough, because I was entrapped by a fake delusion. I was entrapped not of lust, because I really did. I was not thinking of lust. I was thinking of love with the wrong woman. And that's okay. Sometimes, even if you're not thinking with lust in the back of your mind or in the front of your eyes, and you're not using that x-ray vision to see what's really underneath them clothes, even if it's going naturally, and even if you really like the girl, sometimes it's just not meant to be, and that's okay. Women are not the end all be all. Relationships are not the end all be all. There's so much more to life that maybe God wants you to experience. Like, everything happens for a reason. Let me just say this. Everything happens for a reason. So if that girl said no, if the girl that you really like, that you lust proof, that you really actually like, just doesn't reciprocate the same feeling, you gotta let it go. And don't feel any type of way about it. She's not your type. And that's okay. There's so many other women out here in this world. You really have to wish them a farewell, because if you get bitter, just like, shout out, you know what? I'm gonna keep it to myself, but if you stay and you get bitter in that heat of the moment, you don't have self-control because you can't control your lust. Oh, whoo! Then how you, oh, if you, oh, dang, how you gonna be in the heat of the moment without any emotional control if you can't even control your lust? How are you gonna think when that girl says no to you? A lot of other dudes that may not be like you are gonna put hands. Some dudes will actually put hands on a woman for saying no. So unless you want a felon, which means you don't get to travel the world and see 90% of other women in the world, wherever, you're gonna go out sad because you wanted to control a human being, not just a girl. You want to control people, how they feel to you. There is no magic potion, and if you're messing with magic potions, you're in the industry. You're gonna be in witchcraft. Just letting you know. But if they say no, it's okay. It's not meant to be, but you guys are so stuck on a fantasy. Bars, let's go. Man, it can't happen. It really can't happen. Like I said, you don't want to be the father. If it does, if your baby is born out of lust, and you have no real love for the woman, you do not want to be the father. Like I said, literally in front of my eyes, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. You do not want to be the father dropping off their kid to their mother at a very shady Walmart at 8 o'clock at night, where there's vans, literally a van across the way. You don't want to live that life. I don't know what that's life is like, but I sure as heck don't want to live it. I don't want to live that life. I want the life that God intended. And God says, two shall be formed into one. So all you dudes trying to get as much V-Bucks as you can out here, just know that two shall be formed into one, that two spirits are formed into one. And that is called a soul tie. That is called a soul tie. So you want to be fiddling around out here, not only just trying to make, not only the consequence of making babies, but like soul ties as well. And I'm really just trying to let those who have an ear to hear, let him hear, just as Jesus says. If he has ears to hear, let him hear. So you have to be willing to realize that you're not alone. Just because one says no, or any opportunity in life besides women, they say no at that job opportunity, that startup, when they say no to your manufacturer says no to producing what you want to produce with your shirts, whatever it may be, never give up. And I'm not saying to be persistent and ask every single woman, because honestly, you need to go after the ones who are worth going after, who are in the environment of success, which is a lot of times in the church. I mean, if you really want to find a girl, let's just put it like that. Like, let's get this out of the way real quick. If you really want to get a girl, go get one at church. I mean, that's going to be the only one worth your while. Even if, you know, they have their things, they're at least in the body. And they probably got their father around. They probably know someone who has a community right there. So everyone knows kind of a little bit about them. But I really just I'm really serious about saying that you are not less of a man. I'm looking good out here, man. I'm getting new haircuts. The game is changing for me, man. And my time is coming soon, but I'm preparing. I'm getting better. And I got zero girls in my phone. I got 0 across all platforms. So shout out all the guys got 0, because that doesn't make you less of a man. That means you're just not ready yet. And don't worry, it perplexes me too how guys 200 pounds. I'm not trying to do nothing or say a little something to aggravate anyone, but I gotta just see what I say. I gotta say what I see. 200 pounds guys heavier than me getting dime pieces, but at the end of the day, those dime pieces may be using them. Those dime pieces maybe actually love them. And even if they're like, and you're probably like, how does a 10 dime piece get a guy that looks like he hasn't showered in 3 days? People have their types. People have their types, and you really just got to understand that you're just not her type. And you have to realize too that you got your types too. You're not up for auction, man. With these girls, you're not up for auction. Take back control of your life. You're not less of a man. I'm gonna say this again. You're not less of a man just because you don't got 60 girls that you're entertaining when all these other dudes are doing the same thing. They're entertaining these girls at the end of the day. What are they really getting out of it? Even if you do get that number and she has no value and it really leads to nothing, and if it doesn't lead to marriage, like what was the point other than the experience? If you want to have experiences, keep that girl as your friend. If you want to have experiences with people, might as well just keep the girl as your friend, because going through the loopholes and going, oh man, like when should I say this and that, and the relationships all is, you can't lie to women. You can't lie to women. You have to be honest with your intentions. And if your intentions are saying, look, I really just want to enjoy life, like I really just want to go adventure, you just seem like a cool person, you know, I think you look good, you looking good. And you just gotta be honest from the get-go, because I promise you, another one of these dumb lies that these red pillars red pill is basically dead already, but they always be saying, oh, you lie to women, like, oh, don't just hide your true intention. Your true intent, bro. Women are wired different. They're gonna know what you want from the get-go. That's why a lot of these girls be playing dudes who look like the 200-pound guys that are heavier than me, because they get something out of it. They tease. So what I'm gonna say is this as well: don't be teased. Why would anyone want to be teased? That is a thing of children. Children tease others to get a reaction out of them. So you really just gotta look at it like that. If they're, oh, you gotta tease them. I saw this video, man. Shoot, I'm not even gonna get into it, but you do not. Why would anyone want to tease for a girl? I want to get straight to the point, because I value my time. I value the time that God has given me today and every single day. So why in the world would I want to be teased by a girl giving choosing signals when they could just be straight up and forward, and I can be straight and honest saying, listen, I would love to get to meet you. I would love to get to know you. But a lot of you guys run into that problem in the first place because you're not honest. You're not honest with what you really want. And you're not focused with what you really want. If you're chronically have an addiction to going to relationship after relationship, it's time to stop. It's time to seek help from a member of the church, like therapy. You need something, because it got to change, man. I'm here to tell you, I'm God. The only thing that matters really is that I'm God's child. I'm a man of God. I don't got to be a man of this world saying, look how many breezes I got, look how many dime pieces I got, look how many of these girls I can entertain, look how many of these girls that I could trick, that are really emotionally gonna trick you and your money and your time. because you go for the wrong woman. These are the wrong. Not all women are like this, but a lot of trashy dudes go for trashy girls. And I mean, when they say opposites attract, yeah, sometimes that's the case, but usually the case is, I mean, likes attract. If you're alike, you're gonna attract each other at the end of the day. So I don't know who said opposites attract. Very rare. But man. I'm just really, there's some people hurting out there, man, thinking that they're not worth anything just because they can't riz a girl that they just met that they just saw 3 seconds ago with a cheesy one-liner. And sometimes that will work if it's meant to be. But for you to go out to find some type of joy, there might be a puzzle piece that you might be missing, that you're trying to fill with these girls, one after the other, party after party, going weekend after weekend, spending your money, wasting time, because it produces nothing at the end of the day. If it's not God's will, there is no will. If it's not God's will, there is no will. So be encouraged that you are walking in God's light. If you're doing what you got to do, man, the only person that it matters to is God. The only person that it should matter to, what you do and how you feel, is to God. And God doesn't want you to feel like you're nothing. God doesn't want you to feel like you have to crunch up, because a real man means that they get 60. I like using the word dime pieces, so I'm gonna say be real with yourself. Stop playing yourself. You are loved. You got something to bring. You got these talents to do. You got this. There's no wasted time, man. So forget about what you got to say to the next girl. What girls are trying to play. Forget all that. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you need to do. Because a lot of you dudes, like, you really just need to just focus on what you need to do. Get the job done. Everything else will follow when you have the foundation right. That's like trying to get the Benz before you even get a car. Or you're trying to get the Benz as the first car, and you're not even within a wealthy family. Like, only wealthy people can do that. That pass down their car to another. That's not to say to invalidate how you feel, how you are feeling, but it is to say to get help and realize that there is no time to waste. Yeah, you gotta focus, man. Because it's not going to breed anything at the end of it. Even if you do get the girl, if it doesn't lead to marriage, a lot of the times, man, it's just a waste of time. It really just is a waste of time. And there's so much more that you could be doing. So much more that God is calling you to do, but you're ignoring. It's not the will of the Father that you go out and socialize in the wrong areas, but socialize within those who are like-minded, like I say in the church. Do that instead if you really want help, if you really want companionship. Do that. Realize that everyone has something to offer. Everyone. You, that idea, that business idea, whatever you got, any ideas you got, man, God appreciates that. You should really appreciate yourself. Really think of yourself. Look, I'm not, it doesn't take down my social points just because I got rejected, man. It makes me stronger because I get to learn and listen and love everyone. At the end of the day, if you can control your lust, You can control your pockets. You can control your wallet. You can control bad decisions that, are created socially. Meaning, get into bad relationships just because due out of lust. And then it's a big problem. It really is a big problem. So I want to leave you with that. I just want to leave you with that, is that you can control any type of way you feel that is not lined within God's plan, that is rooted out of the enemy, that you just want a piece of flesh. You need to ask and seek God. At the end of the day, all of the feelings that you may be feeling that are in line with God's word, you may just have to seek counsel. But to all those who think just because their friends told them that, oh, they ain't getting nothing, you ain't really doing nothing out here, don't be out there in the first place. Trust me, it's not worth your time. The environment is cruel, bad, and oftentimes changes you as a person to act just like the world and invalidate who you are, and turn women into items and men into pimps, into tricks, thinking that money controls and that money is power. Satan is here to pervertize everything that God has done. And if you follow God, you're going to start seeing, for those who have a lust problem, that these girls are known, they're beautiful, and they're made in the image of God, or how they are intended to be, other than those that aren't following, obviously. And as for you, man, don't shrink up around people just because they don't understand the vision. Don't shrink up. Stay up. Say what you want to say. That's a real man. Saying what you want to say. Doing what needs to be done. Hope this encouraged you. God bless.